Morning to you. And yes, I already see crowds gathering ahead of proceedings in the case in the trial today.
That's correct. Members of the ANC Women's League have started arriving here at the Port Elizabeth High Court to support the victims that are involved in this case. Now, you have also a member from the Youth League. They will also be rallying behind the victims who, some of them will be testifying later on this morning. Now, let me turn to Luyolo, who has been yesterday, spearheading and at the forefront of the demonstration that was held outside the Jesus Dominion International Church, calling for it to be shut down. Now, let's just recap some of those events that transpired yesterday.
Yesterday, we were at the JTI Church at Gavin Beki. In the week, we made a clarion call to all citizens of the metro to stand up and reclaim our own space and say that, one, this can never happen in our name, not in our community where we exist. And there was a positive response to the call. People across different political lines, they responded to the call. The civil society responded, and we were able to achieve our objective, which we had defined when we arrived there in the morning. Even though we were met with arrogance of the church leaders, we were able to engage one, the law enforcement, which were there, SAPS, the Metro Police, in order for us to achieve, our objective, which was to get the church shut down.
Speaking about intimidation, Luyolo, what happened? We hear that you received threatening messages.
Yesterday, around about 4 or 5, I received a call from a Mozambican number. I did share that on my Facebook, threatening me, saying that we were mobilizing along ethnic and xenophobic lines, This person was saying that they can't call me a comrade. But all in all, ours is very simple. It's not mobilization against ethnic or tribal lines. This is, what's happening and what we're fighting against, represents, what is wrong in our society. And we'll confront that, with the anger which it deserves, without any fear of contradiction. So if that makes certain people uncomfortable and they're comfortable with the wrongs which are happening in our society, then that's their business. Maybe as individuals we are well equipped to defend ourselves if needs be, but also the matter has been reported to the relevant law enforcement agencies for them to investigate the matter. But we're not shaken, we're not going to retreat, we're not going to surrender. If anything, it agitates us to intensify the fight against such wrong things, and it proves the assertions that we're making there yesterday, that maybe the church such as JDI, some of these churches, are cover-ups for something else, because we saw weird and very suspicious characters there yesterday, protecting that particular building. So we maintain our view, we maintain our position, we're going to soldier on, and we're not going to be shaken by any individual, So that's part of the revolution which we're engaged in, and we understand that we're engaged, in a struggle.
All right, Luyolo, before I let you go, some of the calls yesterday by the demonstrators who are outside the church was to put down the banner. What's going to happen with regards to that now?
The commitment which we received yesterday is that the banner will be taken down by 12 today. So it is still early in the morning. By 12, we're going to ensure that we send people there, if ever we are here or inside the court, listen to the proceedings, to ensure that the banner is taken down. If it is not taken down, then we'll take it down ourselves. It is that simple. We said we'll allow them a space of 24 hours to take that banner down, of which they made a commitment to that. So we don't have an expectation for them to revert back on a commitment which they made to us. So we were very clear that if they don't take it down, we will take it down.
Who are you expecting to take the banner down? Is it law enforcement agencies or the church members?
The law enforcement agencies, in particular the Metro Police.
Right, we'll leave it there with Luyolo, a member of the ANC Youth League here in the Eastern Cape, specifically in Port Elizabeth. Now, we're expecting the Minister, Bathabile Dlamini, to also make her presence here outside the High Court, obviously to show support for the various victims. Now, the ANC is not the only political structure that is supporting the victims in this case. Yesterday, you had members of the Economic Freedom Fighters and obviously civil society organizations rallying behind the various victims here involved in this case.
Thanks very much, Athi Mtongana. We'll catch up with her a little later on there outside the court in Port Elizabeth. The Timothy Omotoso trial continuing there this morning.